How's it going tonight? Well, I'll probably do part three here of kind of talk about gratitude and stuff. And, when, like I was saying, like there's that, you still have to accept like the bad parts of whatever you've done yourself, things like that. And, like you have to accept, like I said, the worst of your own times and stuff like that. And, one of the big things like it teaches you too, like I found at least a lesson of like self-acceptance and and like the awareness even to realize like, hey, whoa, I wasn't that cool of a person. I don't really enjoy how I conducted myself back when I was younger in many situations and things like that, and I've done my best to change it so I don't do it that way this anymore in my life, right? So there's things like that. Then also it brings you to like the whole like self-forgiveness, so you can like forgive yourself for even doing those things and that, and and like um yeah, like because it takes a bit, like a lot of this stuff, it's kind of like it goes in a cycle, right? And it you have to you know you, so to say, like beat the one level and then you go to the next level and it's just the same boss, so to say, just in a different kind of like suit of armor. And that it's always kind of like besting yourself, right? And so yeah, but the main thing is though, like also with these times when you have like the lows, like it's it teaches you those lessons of that stuff, where like if you always lived in the highs of life, so to say, or whatever, like you wouldn't necessarily have learned like those lessons. Because the way I look at life is I wouldn't go back and change a single thing, because I wouldn't then be who I am today. So if you can get to that point where you can come full round and you're okay and you like who you are today, even though you may not like your past, I think that's a win for not just you. I think that's also a win for the collective, because you know what? Like, yeah, the better you are, the better you show up for others. And the better you show up for society as a whole, the better you show up by the things you do. Um, yeah, so let your work speak for themselves.